Hello students, myself Rakesh Misra. In this video lecture, I will describe you the components of cytoplasmic components of cell. Cytoplasmic components, what is mean of cytoplasmic components? Listen carefully. Suppose that this is the simple diagram of cell. If the cell is plants, then the outer layer is cell wall, and just below the cell wall there is the plasma membrane. And what happens inside the plasma membrane? There is the cytoplasm. Listen. And as you all know, at the center of each cytoplasm there is a nucleus, which we'll talk about later. But keep in mind, except cytoplasm, the upper boundary are either the cell wall or the plasma membrane. If the animal cell, there will be the plasma membrane. If the plant cell, then the cell wall, then after the plasma membrane. So, all about the matter of cell wall structure, discovery, function and everything regarding the cell wall is over in previous video lecture. All about the matter of plasma membrane, about their model, discovery and their function is over in previous video lecture. So, there is no need to describe about the cytoplasm, there is no need to describe about the cell wall and the plasma membrane in this video lecture. But you should keep in mind, cytoplasm is still pending. For about detailed structure in cell, the cytoplasm is still pending. So there is a need to know what about the different components of cytoplasm. Actually, the cytoplasm consists two major components: the core cytoplasmic components and endomembrane system. Endomembrane system and endomembrane components means components that are found either the plasma membrane or nuclear membrane. There will be endomembrane system or endomembrane components. So core cytoplasmic components or endomembrane components. Endomembrane components or core cytoplasmic components that form the system that is known as endomembrane system. नीट वगैरह में बहुत बार पूछा गया. It form the endomembrane system. So let's talk about what is the meaning of core cytoplasmic components and endomembrane system. Actually, that is the plasma membrane and the component that are found near to plasma membrane, or suppose that this one is the nuclear membrane and the component that are found near to the nuclear membrane. These two components are actually called as the endomembrane components that form the system. That system is known as endomembrane system. And except the membrane, means from here to here, the gap are actually covered by the cytoplasm, and the components that are found in the cytoplasm are known as core cytoplasmic components. I hope आपको आइडिया आ गया होगा. प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन के आसपास जितने भी सेल कंपोनेंट्स है वो एंडोमेम्ब्रेन कंपोनेंट्स है. न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन के आसपास जितने भी सेल के कंपोनेंट्स है वो क्या है? एंडोमेम्ब्रेन सिस्टम है, एंडोमेम्ब्रेन कंपोनेंट्स है. ये प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन के कंपोनेंट्स और न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन के कंपोनेंट्स ये मिल करके क्या बनाते हैं? एंडोमेम्ब्रेन कंपोनेंट्स. यहाँ पे एक सिस्टम बनता है जिसको बोलते हैं एंडोमेम्ब्रेन सिस्टम. तो आपको यहाँ पे कंफ्यूजन नहीं होनी चाहिए, ठीक है. कोर साइटोप्लाज्मिक कंपोनेंट्स यानी कि कोर जो साइटोप्लाज्म में ही इधर उधर घूमते रहते हैं, उसकी मैं बात करूं तो उसमें आपका वेल पॉपुलर आता है माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, राइबोसोम, इसके अलावा आता है प्लास्टिड्स, सेंट्रोसोम, इसके अलावा आता है माइक्रोबॉडीज, फ्लैजिला. ये फ्लैजिला का जो पार्ट है ये एक्चुअल में आउटर पार्ट होता है. ये मेजर जो 5 पार्ट्स दिख रहे हैं, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, राइबोसोम, प्लास्टिड्स, सेंट्रोसोम, माइक्रोबॉडीज, ये सब साइटोप्लाज्म के इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट्स है, ये कोर साइटोप्लाज्मिक कंपोनेंट्स है, मेम्ब्रेन के आसपास सेल का कोई मतलब नहीं होता, ठीक है। अब एंडो मेम्ब्रेन सिस्टम में कौन कौन से कंपोनेंट्स है उसकी मैं बात करूं तो वो कौन कौन से हैं, एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, ER मींस एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, ठीक है, लिख दे रहे हैं एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, गोल्गी कॉम्प्लेक्स, that is also known as Golgi body, food vacuole, lysosome, these are the special endomembrane components. Listen, the endomembrane components are endoplasmic reticulum, the Golgi complex, food vacuole, lysosome. These are the specialized endomembrane components. I hope your concept regarding endomembrane system and endomembrane components is clear. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, राइबोसोम, प्लास्टिड, सेंट्रोसोम, माइक्रोबॉडी। अब हम एक एक करके सारे पहले हम जितने भी कोर साइटोप्लाज्मिक कंपोनेंट्स है उसको मैं क्लियर कर दे रहा हूं ताकि आपका कॉन्सेप्ट पहले कोर साइटोप्लाज्मिक सिस्टम से क्लियर हो जाए, फिर जो है एंडोमेम्ब्रेन सिस्टम यानी एंडोमेम्ब्रेन कंपोनेंट्स के बारे में मैं क्लियर कर दूंगा, ठीक है। आते हैं पहले हम माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया पे डिस्कस कर दे रहे हैं। Now the mitochondria, listen, mitochondria word, you are well familiar with the word mitochondria and their function, that is commonly called as powerhouse, but later the function and why it called powerhouse will be discussed. But here the mitochondria word is the plural, the singular is mitochondrium, mitochondrium, that is the singular word, and plural is the mitochondria. It was first of all discovered by Qualiker and C. Benda. Qualiker and C. Benda in 1850s. Around 1850s, many of cell organelles was discovered. Here the mitochondria is one of them. So the discovery of mitochondria was credited to Qualiker and C. Benda. Now back to the occurrence. Where is mitochondria found? Actually, mitochondria found in only eukaryotic cell. In previous video lecture, I have described you the substitute of mitochondria in prokaryotic mesosomes that are in coats of plasma membrane. So, mitochondria are absent in prokaryote. It is found only in the eukaryotic cell. Features and size. Let us talk about the features. Actually, mitochondrial features will describe later, but keep in mind the mitochondria are actually the watermelon-like structure. It is somehow the watermelon-like structure. This is the watermelon-like structure, and externally you cannot see any structure. That is actually the surface of mitochondria. Then this is the mitochondria is actually the watermelon-like structure, and every component that you want to see in the mitochondria you need to a hypothetical section for the clear-cut internal study. But here let us talk about the size of mitochondria. The overall width of mitochondria is 0.1 to 0.2 micron, and the length of mitochondria is, it is the width of mitochondria, and the length of mitochondria is 1 to 4 micron. This is the overall size of mitochondria. And what about the internal structure? Later discuss. But keep in mind, mitochondria can be divided by means of fission. As you are well familiar with the word fission, by means of the binary fission in amoeba. So mitochondria has a property of fission. This is the key property of fission. Mitochondria can be divided by means of fission. Single mitochondria, after the getting the suitable environment, it will form the two mitochondrium. So the single mitochondrium form the two mitochondria by means of the fission. That is the characteristics of mitochondria. Now back to the internal study, internal structure of mitochondria. Suppose that this one is the single mitochondrium, and when you make the slice of mitochondria. Listen, when you make the slice of mitochondria, that is the slice or LS of mitochondria, what would find by you inside the mitochondria? Listen carefully. This is somehow the watermelon-like structure. This is somehow the watermelon-like structure. This is somehow the watermelon-like structure, and internally there is very special structure found, that is known as the cristae. Singular the crista and plural is cristae. So very easy to draw. If you are poor in diagram, if you are poor to draw the diagram of mitochondria or any kinds of biological components, then please be practice with the diagram. Keep in mind, diagram for every kinds of component should be neat and clean. Here the mitochondria, the clear-cut diagram of mitochondria is here. So actually this is the internal parts of mitochondria. Mitochondria is actually double layered. Mitochondria is actually the double layered, double membranous system. It is actually somehow the double membranous system, and this is the cristae of mitochondria. This is the cristae of mitochondria. And this is the outer part that you can see over here above the lumen of mitochondria. Listen, and it is filled by the matrix. It is filled by the matrix. So let me label the diagram. It is actually the double layered membrane. The outer membrane of mitochondria, and this one is the inner membrane of mitochondria, and this is the intermembranal space. Intermembranal space. Intermembranal space of mitochondria, and this is the matrix of mitochondria, that is called the inner matrix. And the characteristics of mitochondria by use of this finger-like projection, that is known as the cristae. In singular it is known as the crista. Over the each cristae or crista there is very specialized structure that is known as F1 particles. This is found over the each crista, but here there is no time we have. So let us talk about the crista of only few part. That is the crista. That is only few crista is required to describe over here. But you need to draw the these green color dot like structure. These green color knob like structure actually, that is known as the F1 F0 particles. That is known as the F1 particles, and that able to synthesize the ATP without any coenzyme. That is responsible to synthesize of ATP without any coenzyme. Later I will describe about how do mitochondria synthesize, how do F0 F1 particles synthesize the ATP in respiration. But keep in mind, mitochondria due to synthesis of ATP is called the powerhouse of the cell. So function is only one. It able to synthesize mitochondria actually have ability to synthesis of the ATP, and that ATP is stored over the F1 particles of cristae, so that the mitochondria due to large amount of storage of ATP called as energy source or powerhouse of the cell. Now let us talk about what is the internal structure. Actually mitochondria is characterized by having a very important cell organelles that is known as the circular DNA. It is characterized characterized by having a circular DNA. Actually, you are well familiar with the DNA diagram as like this, but inside the mitochondria there is the circular DNA are found. Circular DNA also found in the bacteria, that is called plasmid, but here the circular DNA is common. Mitochondria also possess the ribosome, but that ribosome is actually the 70S ribosome. Mitochondria also possess the ribosomes, but that ribosomes is 70S type ribosomes. 70S ribosomes. Keep in mind. So overall structure of mitochondria is governs by having a double membrane system. Double membrane, the double stranded circular DNA, that is 70S ribosome, 70S ribosome. These are the characteristics of mitochondria. These are the key features of mitochondria that you need to describe in your own language. I hope your concept regarding mitochondria is clear. If you are having any problems, then frequently ask me in the live classes. The features is over, diagram and discovery is over, occurrence over, and function is your homework. Why mitochondria are called powerhouse of the cells. Now the ribosomes. I have decided to describe the ribosome along with the video lecture of mitochondria, because for the study of ribosome there is no need to take extra time, because very little concept. Let us talk about the ribosome. Ribosome was first of all discovered by A. Claude in 1943, but the name of ribosome, A. Claude actually discovered the ribosome, and the name of ribosome was given by George Palade in 1953. Keep in mind, the name of ribosome was given by George Palade, and the discovery of ribosome was made by the A. Claude. Around the discovery of electron microscope, that is in 1950s, around the 1950s, many of cell organelles was actually discovered, and ribosome was one of them. So the name actually given for the ribosome, for the particular ribosome, due to the discovery of electron microscope. So here the ribosomes and their structures, discovery is clear. Now back to the important structure of ribosome. Actually ribosomes are basically two types in the organisms. Ribosomes are basically two types, the 70S ribosomes and 80S ribosomes. Listen, the 70S ribosomes found in prokaryotes and 80S ribosomes found in eukaryotes. Listen, S means Schwarzschild unit, as I have told you in the live classes. S means Schwarzschild unit. As I have told you in the live classes, the Schwarzschild unit, that is S. Keep in mind. And along with the Schwarzschild unit, the ribosomes either may be 70S or 80S. As like the units of length is the meter, centimeter, kilometer. Similarly, the unit of the ribosomal measurement is Schwarzschild. In previous video lecture, you have discussed about the prokaryotic and eukaryotic measurement. In the live classes, I have described you what about the S means and what about the prokaryotic and eukaryotic ribosomes. Now back to the 70S and 80S टाइप. अब दोनों की स्ट्रक्चर की मैं बात करता हूँ तो दोनों बिल्कुल दो यूनिट से मिलकर बने होते हैं, चाहे वो 80S राइबोसोम हो या 70S राइबोसोम हो. दोनों का जो यूनिट होता है वो दो दो यूनिट होता है। 70s में भी 2 यूनिट है और 80s में भी 2 यूनिट है, यानी कि एक स्मॉलर यूनिट है और एक बिगर यूनिट है। द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ राइबोसोम्स आर एज दीस। Listen, in each case whether the ribosome is 70s or 80s, there are 2 subunits are involved in the each ribosomal structure. The larger subunit, it is the smaller subunit, of ribosome, and this one is the larger subunit of राइबोसोम। तो एक स्मॉलर सब यूनिट होता है और एक लार्जर सब यूनिट होता है। दोनों के बारे में क्लियर कर दे रहा हूं, देखो चाहे वो 70s राइबोसोम हो या 80s राइबोसोम हो, दोनों के लिए अलग अलग एक डेंसिटी ग्रेडियंट मशीन है जिसमें हम डाल करके अगर हम थोड़ा सा उसको रोटेट कराएं तो दोनों सब यूनिट अलग अलग पार्ट पे जाके बैठते हैं। इस बेस पे 70s और 80s राइबोसोम के जो सब यूनिट है उसके नेम भी है पार्टिकुलर। ये 70s राइबोसोम के जो यूनिट है उसमें कौन कौन से हैं, ये 50s है और ये छोटा वाला जो है वो 30s है और बड़ा वाला क्या है 50s। ऐसे ही जो यूकैरियोटिक राइबोसोम है उसमें जो छोटा वाला है वो क्या है 40s है और बड़ा वाला क्या है 60s है ना। कमाल की बात, यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे 80s राइबोसोम के 2 पार्ट 60s 40s। आप कहेंगे 60s और 40s मींस 100s, नहीं, ये यूनिट है। यूनिट का एक मेजरमेंट अभी मैं समझा दूंगा इसके पीछे की रीजन क्या है। फिलहाल आप यही देखेंगे कि 80s राइबोसोम के जो यूनिट है 60s और 40s ये जुड़ करके, ऐसा नहीं कि जुड़ने पे 100s नहीं होंगे, नहीं, ये एक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है 80s राइबोसोम की, ठीक है। अभी मैं समझा दूंगा। 50s और 30s जो राइबोसोमल यूनिट है 50s और 30s, उसमें से आपके साथ एग्जाम में अगर ऐसे आता है कि व्हाट आर द राइबोसोमल यूनिट ऑफ 70s, तो ये 50s और 30s सब यूनिट है, ये जुड़ करके 70s सब यूनिट है। लार्जर सब यूनिट ऑफ 70s इज 50s एंड स्मॉलर सब यूनिट ऑफ 70s राइबोसोम इज 30s। लार्जर सब यूनिट ऑफ 80s इज 60s एंड स्मॉलर सब यूनिट ऑफ 80s राइबोसोम इज 40s। अब इसके पीछे का रीजन क्या है, देखो 80s का मेजरमेंट जब हम करते हैं तो स्वेसबर्ग यूनिट लेकर के रोटेट कराते हैं। तो 80s के मेजरमेंट के लिए स्वेसबर्ग यूनिट जो मशीन है उसमें 2 तरह का प्री लेबल्ड 2 तरह का उसमें एक कॉलम बना होता है, ठीक है। एक प्री लेबल्ड 2 तरह के कॉलम बने होते हैं और उसका ऑलरेडी नेम रखा गया है, एक का 60s और एक का 40s। ऐसे ही स्वेसबर्ग यूनिट जो 70s के मेजरमेंट करते हैं उसमें भी ऑलरेडी 2 तरह के कॉलम बने होते हैं, एक जो है 30s के लिए मेजरमेंट करेगा और एक 50s के लिए, ठीक है। जैसे मान लो फॉर एग्जांपल 2 ग्रुप है, एक जो है राम का ग्रुप है और एक रहीम का ग्रुप है, ठीक है। बीच में 10 लोग हैं और 10 लोगों को सीटी मार करके ये बताया गया कि आप जहां चाहें वहां जिस ग्रुप में चाहे चले जाएं। तो जैसे ही आपको हॉर्न या सीटी जाए अलर्ट बजता है, 5 लोग राम के ग्रुप में चले गए, 5 लोग रहीम के ग्रुप में चले गए। तो यहाँ पे जो 5 लोग राम के ग्रुप में चले गए उनका किसी का नाम मोहन हो सकता है, किसी का नाम राधे हो सकता है, लेकिन जब चले गए तो क्या बोला जाएगा, राम एंड कंपनी। और जो रहीम के ग्रुप में गए हैं उसमें से कुछ लोग जो है राधे हो सकते हैं, कुछ लोग मोहन हो सकते हैं, कुछ लोग सीता गीता कुछ भी हो सकते हैं। वो रहीम के ग्रुप में चले गए तो वो भले ही नाम उनका अलग अलग है, लेकिन जब चले गए रहीम के ग्रुप में तो उनका नाम पड़ गया है रहीम एंड कंपनी। तो यहाँ पे मैं ये बात कर रहा हूँ कि जब ऑलरेडी इसका नाम असाइंड है 60, ठीक है, 60s फॉर स्वेसबर्ग यूनिट, तो इस पे जो बड़ा वाला सब यूनिट जाके बैठ रहा है एक्चुअल में वो लार्जर सब यूनिट है। पहले से उसका नाम नहीं है, बस इतना नाम है इसका लार्जर सब यूनिट है। अब ये लार्जर सब यूनिट जाकर के बड़े वाले पे बैठ गया है तो इसकी क्या गलती, इसका नाम पड़ गया 60s और ये छोटा वाला जाके बैठ गया 40 वाले कॉलम पे तो इसका नाम पड़ गया 40s। तो यहाँ पे दोनों चीजें क्लियर हो गई, 30s और 70s और 80s का ऐसे ही कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन किया जाता है, ठीक है। अब आते हैं फंक्शन ऑफ राइबोसोम। एक्चुअली राइबोसोम कंसिस्ट नो एनी काइंड्स ऑफ मेम्ब्रेन, दैट इज द की फीचर्स ऑफ राइबोसोम्स। राइबोसोम डू नॉट कंसिस्ट एनी मेम्ब्रेन, नो मेम्ब्रेन, देयर इज नो मेम्ब्रेन फाउंड इन द राइबोसोम and it consists only the RNA and protein, RNA and protein, keep in mind, not RNA, it consists only the protein, Listen, along with the RNA, it forms the protein, and the basic function with the RNA, with the help of RNA, it also able to form the RNA, actually the matter of genetic material, and after the transcription process, the RNA that is formed from the DNA is come into the region of cytoplasm that is associated with the ribosome. So you can write it carry the RNA, but RNA is not actual matter of ribosome, it is the matter of genetic material. So basic function of ribosome is the protein synthesis. Your all about the structure, function, and the discovery is over for the ribosomes. In next video lecture I will describe you the plastids.